Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on. I got an old reliable coffee, but I've got, well, maybe you noticed, a brand new coffee mug. Hang on 1 minute. Oh yeah, that's marvelous. Once again, from Black Rifle Coffee Company. Did you hear that over there? That's coming up. Don't worry. We'll talk about that right there. I just gave you a little hint there. Once again, we've got Black Rifle Coffee Company, AK Espresso. It's a medium roast. It's very, very nice. So it doesn't have that deep, dark, kind of a bite and boldness to it. Very, very nice and agreeable. We like this a lot. But more importantly, we've got a Cleveland Browns coffee mug. We got a set of 2 of these that came from Jim from Northfield, James Gazda. He gave these to me at the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup on the 20th. And my gosh, I was so very, very surprised, very, very flattered that he gave these to me because he's a Clevelander, I'm a Clevelander, and of course we love our Cleveland Browns. How about that? Isn't that a great looking coffee mug? And of course, the Cleveland Browns, the only NFL franchise out there that does not have an official logo on their helmet. It's kind of like the helmet is their logo. So when you see them on the field, there's no logo on their helmet. It's just this great orange color here. That the Cleveland Browns are known for. So that's really the one unique thing about the Cleveland Browns, which was so very important when the Browns moved to Baltimore back in the day, that the owner at the time, Art Modell, made sure that we kept the team name and the team colors, and that was really, really important, that we maintain the look and the name of our football team. Check that out. Isn't that great? Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Jim, thank you very, very much. One more sip. Oh, that's really, really good. And as we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Okay, one more sip. Hang on. That's really good. And it's a really, really nice size mug, too. It's not overly large. It's not too small. Holds a nice 8-ounce cup of coffee, maybe even 10 ounces. Really, really terrific. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really do appreciate that. If you're tuning in via the podcast this morning, thanks very much for listening in via all those great audio streams out there that are being broadcast on Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, those kinds of things. So thanks very much for tuning in to the audio podcast of the Monday Morning Mailbag. Really do appreciate that. Hang on, one more sip. This is good. Oh yeah, like that a lot. Like that. What a terrific looking mug. That's it. Thank you very much, James Gazda, Jim from Northfield. Really, really do appreciate it. And on both sides too. That's what's so great. Yeah, really, really terrific. Thanks again, Jim. Really, really do appreciate that. Well, we got a great show for you this morning. Let me get over to my topics and let you know what's what. Oh, we got a really, really neat shaving tip this morning. Something that's, it's a really nice common sense shaving tip, but it's one that we've never really discussed. So it's a really terrific shaving tip. So happy to share that with you this morning. We've got a great shave den visit. We got our usual round of reminders. Also, we have got a giveaway update. Now that, of course, that involves this guy right here. Okay, you saw it before, so we'll be talking about that. I kind of knocked it over as I'm with my animated hands here on camera. Oh, we also have a reminder regarding the Children Cancer Research Raffle being sponsored by Dave and Barb Keiss. And we also have some great refill comments, some new wet shaving gear to share with you. We also have some terrific questions and comments this morning. We also have a couple of video clips that we want to share with you from the Ohio Wet Shave meetup that didn't make it into the highlight reel because there was so much going on. But wanted to share those with you this morning in the questions and comments section. So I think you'll like those because they also kind of ties into new wet shave gear. So we'll get to all that. So great to be with you this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's kick the show off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Bruce Snipes. And Bruce writes, you mentioned in this week's 3MB that 345 soaps may not be well suited for scooping. Well, actually, you can scoop them, you can brush load them. I prefer brush loading them. I get a better lather when I brush load 345 soaps. I have scooped them. I have just found that I prefer brush loading a 345 shave soap. Give them a try. I'm sure either way will give you a great lather. He continues here, for people that may not want to lather straight from the tub when using a cream or croap, I found that it works well to scoop the croap and apply it directly to the end of the brush. You can then get a great lather in a bowl or mug. Thanks for another great video, and that comes from Bruce Snipes. Bruce, that's an absolutely great shaving tip. It's one we've never mentioned on the show. Just take a little bit of shaving cream or a soft croap and put it on the end of the brush there, and then start building your lather in a bowl or even face lather. I've seen some wet shavers out there that will do that. They'll scoop, put it on the end of the brush bristles, and then wet their face a little bit, and then start building a face lather that way. That's an absolutely fantastic shaving tip. And it's also a good one when you're in a pinch and you don't have a shaving bowl nearby, or you're traveling and you forgot your shaving bowl. You can just take a little bit of that soft shave soap, a croap, and again, just put it on the end of that brush and then build your lather on the face that way. An absolutely fantastic shaving tip. Bruce, thanks very much for sharing with everyone this morning. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here in the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. And speaking of original signed George sketches, we got this email from Dave Lindberg, who gave us a shaving tip regarding mineral oil and carbon razor blades. He received his George sketch. He framed it up. He sent along this picture and he said, "Hi, Mark. Picture of the George cartoon and my next shave. Dave, check that out." Dave, thank you very much. I'm very flattered that George is framed up and pictured there with your next shave of the day. Thanks very much, Dave. Really do appreciate that. Gentlemen, thanks again very much. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat, a shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes courtesy of Jim from Northfield. Thanks again for the Cleveland Browns coffee mug, Jim. Really do appreciate that. And Jim sent along this photo, and he writes, "Hey, Mark, as promised at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup, here is a photo of my latest acquisitions. As by the picture, I acquired this lot from eBay. It included 7 razor cases, 5 of them with appropriate razors, an extra gem push-button razor, a gold-plated Gillette Travel Tech razor, a couple of blade dispensers, and several loose vintage double-edged blades. Best of all, this lot cost a total of just $31 and change. Just another right time, right place moment. Thanks, Jim from Northfield." That's absolutely beautiful, Jim. Now, folks, if you look at the center, right there in the middle of the photograph right there, there are 3 Gillette razors lined up. On the left is the gold-plated Gillette Tech. On the right is the gold-plated Gillette Old Type with the blades case. And right there in the middle, I asked Jim what razor that was. And he wrote back and says, that was a bar-handle Gillette New. At the time, it was the lowest cost razor at 49 cents that Gillette offered. The original boxes they came in are very rare to find because folks use them to burn for heat. They were made during the Great Depression era. How about that? That is really something. And he also adds here, mine has the rare flat bottom plate. Now, I went up to eBay and I found one of these bar handle Gillette New razor. I found one of those with the rare flat bottom plate. And Jim pointed out that that one on eBay was going for about $70 to $75. And here Jim found one with a lot of other great razors for only $31 and some change. Wow, what an absolutely great addition to your shave den, Jim. Thanks very, very much. And again, this is a reminder, you have a little patience, you do a little research, you can come across some great vintage razors, some great razors for your shave den. Absolutely fantastic. Jim, thanks again for sharing these wonderful vintage razors with all the viewers out there. A terrific addition to your shave den. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, this morning we have an update regarding the Chris Bodrab sponsored giveaway. We pulled winning names 3 weeks ago, and there were 4 winners. First prize went to Mark W. Kenny. Second prize went to Mike Gutterman. Third prize went to Doug Fulkerson, and all 4 of those gentlemen contacted us. We shipped those beautiful CB Brushworks shave brush handles to them. They received them. They reported back. They sent photos. They thanked everyone. And they thanked Chris for sponsoring the giveaway, that sort of thing. And a 4th prize went to Ruben Lozano Jr., 4362, and we never heard from him. The deadline to respond was September 23rd. That was Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, and we never heard from Ruben. We gave him a little more time. Here it is, the 29th. We still haven't heard from him, so it's forfeit. We're going to go ahead and select a new winner for this beautiful CB Brushworks custom-made, artisan-made shave brush handle. Check it out. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so sorry that Ruben, you have to forfeit, but I've looked everywhere in my email. I've even looked on the channel in the comments section, and I can't find you anywhere responding to the fact that you won this, that this was 4th prize, and I haven't heard from you. So it is forfeit. Now, What we're going to do is we're going to do one of two things. We're either going to do another separate drawing for this shave brush handle, or I've just noticed that the channel right now is at 11,988 viewers at the time I'm recording this, which means we're about 12 viewers away or 12 subscribers away from reaching 12,000 subscribers. And I'm planning on doing a giveaway at 12,000 subscribers. So if we reach 12,000 subscribers within the next 24 to 48 hours, then we're going to include this shave brush handle in the 12,000 subscriber giveaway in one of the prize packages. If it looks like it's going to take another week or two to reach 12,000 subscribers, then we'll do a separate giveaway of this shave brush handle. I'm gonna play it by ear and see what happens. But because we haven't heard from Ruben in the last 3 weeks, this is now forfeit. So it's up for grabs, either in a standalone giveaway or part of the 12,000 subscriber giveaway, whichever happens to roll around first. So again, if we get those 12 subscribers within the next 24 to 48 hours, then we're gonna get going on doing a video announcing a 12,000 subscriber giveaway and putting together some great stuff that we have. And we'll include this CB Brushworks Artisan Shave Brush Handle in one of the prize packages. If it's going to take longer than 24 to 48 hours to get to 12,000 subscribers, then we'll do a standalone giveaway. So that's kind of what is going on. So this beautiful artisan-made CB Brushworks Shave Brush Handle, once more up for grabs. My thanks to Chris Bodrap for very kindly sponsoring the giveaway. Really do appreciate it. Stay tuned, folks. You too might be able to win this beautiful CB Brushworks artisan-made shave brush handle. Chris, thanks again very much. Well, here's your reminder that Dave and Barb Keiss are participating in the Great Cycle Challenge this September to raise funds for the Children's Cancer Research Fund, inspired by the memory of a brave young girl named Sophia who battled leukemia. Over the past decade, the challenge has united thousands of riders across the U.S., covering millions of miles and raising over $1 million to support childhood cancer research. In 2024, wet shaving artisans contributed over $2,050 in products and gift cards, helping the Keisses raise more than $2,500. This year, they're hosting a raffle with 19 prize packages. Each $5 donation earns an entry with the live drawing set for October 3rd on Instagram. And again, that live drawing on Instagram is this Friday, October 3rd, 2025, at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll have a link where you can donate and get your raffle tickets. And Dave wrote me and said that a friend of his named Carlos made this video loop that features all the prizes. And he also wanted me to remind everybody that this is the last week you can make donations and get your raffle tickets. The deadline is Thursday, October 2nd. So the drawing will be live on Instagram this Friday, October 3rd, 2025. The deadline is Thursday, October 2nd. So make sure to get your raffle tickets, make your donations, because that live drawing takes place this Friday, October 3rd, 2025 at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I'll see you there. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get a sip here. Yeah, that's really good. That's a nice, smooth cup of coffee. Black Rifle Coffee Company, AK Espresso. That's a medium roast. Very nice and smooth. Very tasty. Not overly bold. Just the right amount. Really terrific. And again, a big thank you to Jim from Northfield, James Gazda, for the Cleveland Browns coffee mugs. Yeah, I got two of them. This is one. The other one is identical to it. Really, really terrific. Love, love, love this coffee mug. And again, the perfect size and the perfect football team right there on the mug. So Jim, thank you very, very much. Hang on, one more sip. Oh yeah, that's terrific. Great coffee and a great coffee mug. Thank you very, very much, Jim. Really do appreciate that. And speaking of great coffee, you want to know everything about the health benefits of coffee, check out the Black Coffee Life, Mantic 59's blog about everything coffee and its health benefits, drinking black coffee and how it can help you and your health. Also, remember the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. Hardcover book, as well as their Lockhorns Laugh a Day calendar for 2026. Two great Lockhorns offerings from my friends Bunny Host and John Reiner, the creative folks behind the Lockhorns. And we'll have links to all that below. All right, a little bit of housekeeping done. Let's get to these comments here. Mike H. 9701 writes, "Hi, Mark. Great Monday morning mailbag. Thank you. A very nice segment covering the Ohio meetup. It looked like everyone had a very nice time. I hope your week is off to a fantastic start, and best regards as always." Mike, it was such a wonderful event. But the thing that really made the event, the wonderful people that attended. I mean, the wet shaving community is absolutely wonderful. And I met a lot of great fellow wet shavers and caught up with some other old friends that I have met through my wet shaving journey. It was great to see them as well. So yeah, it was terrific. And when we get word of the 6th annual Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup, we'll share it with everyone here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. And I hope you two out there are able to attend. It really is terrific. And again, just a great, great community. This comes from Mark Vernick. We also met him at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. As always, a great show. Great to meet you, and so glad you liked the Boom Lather intro. Had a great time at the meetup and hope I'll be able to be at the spring meetup. That's the Maggard meetup I think he's referring to. In the meantime, keep on shaving and enjoy the week. Mark, it was great to meet you. Mark created that wonderful Shave Den intro that everyone enjoys so much. So Mark, thank you again very, very much for the wonderful Boom Lather intro, the Shave Den intro. Really, really do appreciate it. Great to meet you, and I'm so glad you had a great time at the meetup. I sure did, and looking forward to meeting you again, or looking forward to seeing you again at the Maggard meetup. I guess that'll be sometime in the spring. We'll see. We'll see how that all comes about. This comes from viewer Brian Larazabal. I believe I pronounced that right. Brian Larazabal. And he writes, "It looks like such a great group of guys that got reunited in that meeting. Congratulations." Brian, that's it exactly. It's just a wonderful community of folks. It's just great to get together with fellow wet shavers and talk about wet shaving gear. It's just a great, great community. And yes, a great group of people. Absolutely. So thanks for pointing that out. Really do appreciate it. This comes from viewer United Detenu. I think that's how it's pronounced. And he writes, "I live in Ohio. I wanted to show up so bad, maybe next year. You are one of the people who actually influenced me to try out YouTube this year. For the past 6 years, I was a terrible person in addiction. This is my first year sober, and I have found disciplining myself and doing YouTube has really helped my life and helped me stay on the right path. Thank you for the videos, and I hope to see you next year." Well, I hope to see you next year as well, maybe even at the Maggard meetup early next year. That would be wonderful. Please come on up, say hello. We'll get a picture together. And thank you very much for the kind words. I really do appreciate that. But more importantly, it's great news to hear of your sobriety and your positive direction forward. So congratulations on that. I'm so glad that YouTube, the channel, has made a good, positive impact on your life. Beth Jones writes, "To life l'chaim is a celebratory Jewish toast from the famous musical Fiddler on the Roof. The Jewish phrase," now it's Hebrew here, so I don't know how to pronounce this, but she says pronounce l'chaim, translates to life, and is a heartfelt wish for good health, happiness, and prosperity. It's a cultural expression of joy, often used at weddings or other significant celebrations to acknowledge the preciousness of life. Looks like the meetup was a success. Great 3MB as always, Mark. So good to see Jim from Northfield." Yeah, it was great to see you, Jim from Northfield, and Beth. l'chaim to you and your entire family. Thank you so much for that. Robert Seals, 9148 writes, "Hi, Mark. What a great show. It was wonderful meeting you at the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup and discussing all things wet shaving. I really enjoyed our discussion about my new Buckeye brush and board knot. I really do appreciate you suggesting how to break it in and not soak it in cold water. Just use it, and it should break in just fine. Have a great week. Go Buckeyes." Yeah, Robert, it was so great to see you win that wonderful wooden Buckeye brush. And the reason why I mentioned not to use the cold water method, as viewers have pointed out, a wooden brush handle might split from those fibers, from the actual hairs of the board brush. Soaking up and expanding in the base, that could crack the handle. So the best way to do it is just to lather with it and use it. And you can either build a few test lathers in the palm of your hand and rinse it out and buff it on a towel and then go about using it. So yeah, just use it. It'll break in just fine. It looked like a beautiful brush. Congratulations on winning it again. A fellow Buckeye all the way from Dayton, Ohio. Congratulations again, Robert. Great meeting you. Bill Murphy writes, "Great show, Mark. Wish that meetup was closer to me. Just too long of a drive. The meetup looked like a great time. I hope to go to the Maggard meetup next year. I will check out the 345 Soap Company. Have a wonderful week." Yeah, we talked about 345 soaps, 345 Soap Company soaps. They're terrific. They're lathering a treat. And I like doing a brush load with them now. I have done scoops, but brush loading is the way to go with 345 Soap Company in my opinion. And they are terrific. So check them out, folks. We'll have a link to them below. And Bill, looking forward to seeing you and Connie again at the Maggard meetup early next year, probably like early spring, late spring, something like that, when it's still cool. I think the folks at Maggard learned not to do it in the summer when it's really, really hot, because that upper room really retains a lot of heat. When it's on a nice spring day, it's very, very enjoyable. The climate is just right. So thanks very much for that, Bill. Really do appreciate that. Viewer Keith Osmond checked in, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. Great Monday morning mailbag as always. I'm pretty sure that all Parker closed comb, non-adjustable three-piece razors, other than the 76R, all use the same head, or at least the ones sold in North America. Same with their open comb non-adjustables and their non-adjustable butterfly razors. The difference between them seems to be in the handle designs. Dorco Primes are among the ones I include in my personal top 5, along with Kai, Persona Platinum, and the two Bics, Aster and Chrome Platinum." Well, thanks for those blade recommendations. Really do appreciate it, Keith. And I think you're right. The Parker razors use the same razor head and just different handles, much like Edwin Jagger does. They have the same razor head on a lot of different model designs of razor handles. So I think Parker is doing the same thing. And again, the Parker razors, really nice. We reviewed the 71R recently. Really nice, but a little more, just maybe a notch above an Edwin Jagger or a Mula R89 in the growl arena, so to speak. But yeah, terrific, terrific razor. I kind of have to change my technique up a little bit. I've been using it this past week, had a few shaves with it, and just came around to it really, really well. It's just been, I've been away from it for so long. Coming back to it, I kind of had to adjust. So yeah, a terrific, terrific razor. Check out the Parker razors. We'll have a link to them on Amazon below. So thanks very much for that, Keith. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Jeffrey Zivney, 6170. "Mark, I've noticed that most guys into wet shaving are middle-aged and older. I have a Rockwell 6C for my grandson when he starts shaving. How can we get more young men into wet shaving?" That's a great question, Jeffrey. I will leave that to all the viewers out there. Comment below and let us know what your suggestions are to attract younger men to the traditional wet shave. I think you're probably right that middle-aged men, older men seem to come back to the traditional wet shave. I don't know what it is, but you know what? I have seen young men returning to the traditional wet shave as well. I've seen many of them at the Maggard meetup, a lot of younger guys at the Maggard meetup. And I also saw younger guys at the Ohio Wet Shave meetup as well. Maybe not 16, 17, 18 years of age. I'm talking about maybe early 20s into their middle 20s. That's what I'm noticing. So you're talking about younger guys, maybe 16, 17, 18, still in their teen years. It's a great question. Folks, I'll leave it to you. Comment below and let us know what we as a wet shaving community can do to attract those younger wet shavers out there, those younger folks out there who are just starting to shave, and get them in the direction of the traditional wet shave. Please comment below and let us know. Jeffrey, great question. Well, how do we attract younger folks to the traditional wet shave? Well, 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes has an answer here. By inquiring of them what frustrates them about how they shave currently. If some of that frustration can be changed or relieved using wet shaving or using a double-edged razor, then you may persuade the young wet shaver to try wet shaving or attempting a change from disposables to double-edged razors. Well, thanks again, 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes, for some great suggestions in how to attract younger men to the traditional wet shave. What say you? I'll leave it to the audience. Comment below and let us know. And as you can see, I lost the ending to the refill segment. Don't know where it went. I'm not sure, a glitch in the system. So we'll just drop this in right now. Let me say to everyone, thanks very much for all the contributions to this week's refill segment. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to need a shave. I'm editing, and we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to have a great shave. So thanks very much again for contributing to the refill segment this week. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, we received this notice from viewer Beth Jones. Beth, thank you very much. And she writes, Mark, I thought you would like to know about this announcement from Sterling Soap Company. Maybe mention this in next week's 3MB. All the best. Beth Jones. Beth, thank you very much. Folks, we'll put it on screen. You can read along. Here's what they have to say. Again, Beth, thank you very much for passing this along. And they write, Executive Man, Sharp Dressed Man, and Haverford. We've had literally hundreds of people reach out to ask why Executive Man, Sharp Dressed Man, and Haverford are out of stock at the moment. It's awful, we know. That makes up 3 of our 4 top selling scents, with barbershop being the other. It's not something we ever planned for, and we are extremely sorry for the inconvenience. Those 3 fragrances were made for us by a fragrance house that we have worked with for years. Unfortunately, they were bought out in the past year and have completely updated their business model. As such, we're now too small for them to waste time with, and we have lost our source of the fragrance oils to make products in those scents. We are working with some other fragrance houses to try to have them recreated at the moment. They are all based on popular colognes, so we could just grab something off the shelf from another company and call it good, but every fragrance company's interpretation of cologne dupes is different. We want whatever we end up with to be as close as absolutely possible to the scents that you are used to for these 3 offerings. My hope is to have them back on the website sometime in late October or November. I will do my best to have them as close to the originals as I can, and will send out an update as soon as they are ready. Apologies again for those of you who love these scents and are in need of a restock. Please know that we are working to rectify this as quickly as possible. Thank you, as always, for doing business with us. Rod and Mandy. And a big thank you to viewer Beth Jones for the heads up on this notice from the folks at Sterling Soap Company. We're hoping that they're able to rectify this and get all those great scented shave soaps back on their shelves. So look for it sometime in October or November. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything. Again, a big thank you to Beth Jones for the heads up on this announcement from the folks at Sterling Soap Company. Well, we have a brand new shave soap and splash in the Shave Den, courtesy of viewer David Dart. David, Thank you very, very much. And this particular selection came from Stonefield Shaving Company. We will give you a screenshot here, or let you get a screenshot here of their business card right there. It's owned by a gentleman named Jonathan Steinfeld right there. And you can get their his email, his phone number, and also his website address, which is www.stonefieldshave.com. And here is the back right here. You can get a screenshot of that as well. Stonefield Shaving Company. And David selected the following from Stonefield Shaving Company from Blackbird Farm and Apothecary, Dirty Biker. How about that, huh? Check out that art. This scent is amazing. Here's what they have to say about Blackbird Farm and Apothecary on the Stonefield Shaving Company's website. Blackbird Farm and Apothecary Shave Soap offers a luxurious shave experience, creating a thick, creamy lather that lifts facial hair for a close and clean shave. Dirty Biker Shave Soap from Blackbird Farm and Apothecary is the perfect choice for revving up your motorcycle. Made with hops, aged whiskey, beer, and pipe tobacco smoke, you can trust its quality ingredients to give you a unique shaving experience. And they go in a little bit about the owners of Blackbird Farm and Apothecary. Matthew and Tammy moved to Leduc County, I believe that's how it's pronounced, Leduc County in 2016, and started Blackbird Farm and Apothecary in the fall of 2018. Well, we'll link to the product page where you can read all about Blackbird Farm and Apothecary and also check out Dirty Biker. This scent is amazing. When you first open it, oh my gosh, you get that aged whiskey right away. That is marvelous. A wonderful memory comes right back to me when I was a little boy. No, that's aged whiskey, little boy. Well, you'll find out in just a minute. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. As a matter of fact, it's coming up here in October for the folks in Canada. And our Thanksgiving here in the States is in November. Now, during the Thanksgiving celebration at my grandparents' house, my grandparents came from Hungary. When we had Thanksgiving at their house, I was a little boy, maybe 5, 6 years old, something like that. At one point during the Thanksgiving celebration, my grandfather called all the men into the kitchen, reached into a cabinet, and pulled out a bottle of whiskey. And everyone, regardless of age, had to do a shot of whiskey. Now, of course, I was a little 5, 6-year-old boy. They didn't give me a full shot. They gave me a little bit, but it was tradition. It was for good luck. It was for family, that sort of thing. And all the men had to partake in that. That was just something my grandfather insisted that we do. And this scent is aged whiskey. This is exactly how I remember that whiskey being when I was a little boy in Thanksgiving. So that's a wonderful, precious memory that this shave soap has brought back to me. Wow. Thank you very, very much, David. I really do appreciate that. So I'm going to have a great shave and a great memory with Dirty Biker Shave Soap from Blackbird Farm and Apothecary, available from Stonefield Shaving Company. So we'll have links below where you can check it all out. David, thank you again very, very much. Well, at this recent Ohio Wet Shavers meetup, we also met up with Aaron Watson. And Aaron very, very kindly sent along to the channel Moon Dance Shave Soaps. How about that? These are marvelous scents right here. And thanks very much to Aaron Watson for passing these along. Now, let me open up this one right here. This is Sweet Citrus right here. That's Sweet Citrus. We're going to open that up and pull that out. And here is the puck right here. Check that out. It's a solid puck. And they also have some information here regarding how they make the shave soap and how best to use it. That is terrific. Really, really neat. So when you get one of these shave soaps, you'll get this little flyer here, which explains their shave soap. We have Sweet Citrus right here. And we also have, let me get this other one here. This one here, which is Sandalwood. Check this out. Okay, and again, a little flyer of information, and there's the sandalwood. Sandalwood shave soap offers a rich and woody fragrance, a classic earth scent that lingers on the skin. It's a smooth shaving soap in so many ways. Our handmade shaving soaps provide all the skin-soothing suds you need for a classic close shave. Rich lather, bentonite clay, and nourishing wheat germ oil help the razor glide effortlessly across your skin. Men and women love this scent. Our shaving soaps come in a round disc-shaped bar, roughly 3 inches in diameter and 4 ounces in weight. Should fit your favorite shaving mug perfectly. How about that? That is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, and that's going to fit just about any shaving mug, classic shaving mug, apothecary shaving mug, that sort of thing. That's terrific. And again, they got this great information here. And the sandalwood scent, oh, that is really nice. That is a classic woody fragrance. Oh, I'm looking forward to using this one. That's going to be fantastic. And again, we also have the sweet citrus right here. Here's the label, sweet citrus. And here's the puck right here. And again, that little flyer of information here. And as they write here, warm vanilla blended with sparkling fresh citrus top notes. A summer classic that smells fabulous all year round. And then they go into the same information regarding their handmade shaving soaps, skin soothing suds, and the size of it and that sort of thing. Again, a 3-inch round bar, diameter bar, 4 ounces in weight. And again, it'll fit your favorite shaving bowl, shaving mug. Yeah, boy, that's terrific. This is a marvelous scent. Yeah, that warm vanilla and that warm vanilla in the base and the sparkling fresh citrus top notes. You know what? It's going to be a coin toss as to which one I use first. They're both terrific. From Moondance, sweet citrus and sandalwood. My thanks to Aaron Watson for very kindly and generously sending these along to the channel. Aaron, really do appreciate it. We'll have links below where you can check these out and some of their other shaving soap scents. Really, really terrific. I'm looking forward to using these because of the classic approach. You get a puck like this, you throw it into your mug, and you start lathering with your brush, and you start painting that lather on, maybe even doing a little bit of a face lather with it. Yeah, really excited about these. Aaron, thank you again very, very much. Again, folks, Moondance Shave Soaps will have links below. Well, we have a new razor in the Shave Den, and it comes courtesy of Jim Nash, a viewer and fellow wet shaver that I met at the Ohio Wet Shave Meetup. He put this on the PIF table, and my general rule of thumb is I don't take anything off the PIF table. I want new wet shavers to go there and explore that stuff firsthand, get first dibs on everything there, and this one was there at the end of the Ohio Wet Shave Meetup. Nobody selected it. You'll see a little bit more about this in questions and comments, but I want to show you the razor. Here it is right here. This is a Parker adjustable injector razor right here. How about that? This is the box that it came in, and Jim Nash very kindly and generously put this on the PIF table. He only used it once, and he said it's a great shaver. And the thing that he didn't like about it, as you'll see in his explanation later on in the show, is the way you have to hold it. He tends to hold a razor like this, and this razor wants you to hold it something like this, wrapped around like that, or wrapped or holding it like this. I had a shave with this before cameras rolled, and I find the handle to be very, very comfortable. So it really didn't make a difference for me. I think I'm holding it like this, folks, to be honest with you. I think it's something like this. And it's a great, great razor. And it adjusts from 1 to 5, as you can see right there. And that adjustment dial is very smooth, and there's no slop in it at all. It has a real nice, smooth, sturdy feel to it. And it uses standard injector razor blades. Now, one thing I did notice, I'm using a Schick injector razor blade in it. I did notice this. When I went to place a razor blade in there, inject a razor blade, I inserted the key like this, and for some reason, this got kicked up like that. See how it kicked up like that? I don't know why it does that. I don't know if it's by design or if it's an engineering flaw or it's just me. But perhaps the key and dispenser case that Parker makes is engineered more precisely for this razor head. That's just a guess on my part. So it did take me a couple of attempts to inject a blade into this razor head because it kicked up a little bit. And I was looking at it, go, why did it do that? And then when I pulled it down and everything was nice and smooth and parallel all the way across like that, then I had no problem in injecting a new blade. So I've had 2 shaves with this, and it's terrific. I used it before cameras rolled, and I got a great 2-pass shave. Really, really wonderful. Very, very smooth, very, very comfortable. I don't believe I've used it above level 3. I've had 2 shaves with this Schick injector razor blade that's in there. I'm going to get some Parker injector razor blades with their key and their dispenser to see how it works. The supply injector razor blades would not inject into this razor head with this plastic case. I just think that's something that Supply is doing, where this is engineered only for the Supply injector razor. So it will not work on this particular Parker adjustable injector razor. And I have yet to have any of these Supply blades work in a vintage Schick injector razor from their dispenser and their key. So that's just a little side note there. But this is a fully adjustable injector razor. This is the version 3, is what they say on their Amazon product page. I'm assuming this is the version 3 because only one use from Jim, so I'm assuming it's the newer model. Now with the wider, more symmetrical adjustment range for precision control between mild, setting 1, and moderate aggressiveness, setting 5, ideal for both beginners and experienced users. I can attest to that. This was very, very smooth. A wonderful, mild, efficient shave. Level 3 was getting up there a little bit. I had a little bit of blade feel, but it was still mild and smooth. Lightweight and ergonomically balanced. Yeah, it is a lighter weight. It has some really, really nice balance to it. Weighs just 1.24 ounces or 35 grams with a 4.96 inch or 126 millimeter design tailored for daily shaving, travelers, safety razor users, and those transitioning from cartridge razors. Balanced weight improves handling and reduces wrist fatigue. Really, it's a single edge injector design, and I had a delightful shave with it. And again, the ergonomics of the handle were agreeable to me. So I guess given what Jim stated about handling this razor and what you'll see later on in the show, and the way my experience was, I guess it's safe to say when it comes to the handle and handling the razor, your mileage may vary. I think this is stainless steel here. At least that's my guess. If it's not stainless steel, it might be aluminum. I'm not entirely sure. We'll try to get that information for you and put it on screen. Regardless, it's got a great brushed metallic look, and it's got a great ribbed undercarriage of the handle right there, a plastic undercarriage of the handle. Harkens back to the PAL, the vintage PAL adjustable injector razor. We're going to compare this with the PAL. We're also going to compare it with the Supply adjustable injector razor and let you know how they stack up. And that dent right there in the razor head is by design. I don't know why that's there. Maybe someone else out there can tell me. So if you have used the Parker adjustable injector razor, please comment below. Let us know what you think about it. We've got the review done, and we're going to go ahead and edit it and get it posted ASAP. A delightful shave with the Parker adjustable injector razor. My thanks to Jim Nash for very kindly and generously making this available on the PIF table. Brand new. I think he used it once. Liked the shave, didn't care for the handle, put it on the PIF table. And again, I waited until the very end of the meetup while they were cleaning things up and pulling things off the table. And when I saw that it was still there, I asked everyone else around there, does anybody want this? If somebody else really wants it, please take it. I won't. And they said, no, Mark, take it. It's got your name on it. Please review it. And that's what we did. So wanted to show you the Parker Adjustable Injector Razor. We picked this up at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. Piff Table, my thanks to Jim Nash. Stay tuned for the review. Well, this morning I wanted to share with you another review on the Kavim razor. And this one comes from viewer Aaron Watson. And Aaron writes, "Hey Mark, after seeing you mention the Kavim razor this morning, I wanted to pass along my experience. I purchased the razor last week after seeing some people talk about it. Since I travel a lot for work, I do not like to take my pricier razor with me, and I bought the Kavim to travel with. My first time using it was Friday night before the meetup. The first use with the included blades went very well. This outperformed some of my go-to razors. It was smooth, and I did a full 3-pass shave with no irritation. Thanks, Aaron Watson." Aaron, thanks for a terrific review on the Kavim razor. Again, folks, we'll have links below where you can get a Kavim razor on Amazon. Hearing a lot of great things about it, and another endorsement here and great review from Aaron Watson on the Kavim razor. Check it out. Well, Colonel Mully, Jim Mullins, checked in all the way from Japan, and he sent along his review and experience with the Dorco Prime razor blade. We've been talking about these on the show, and Colonel Mully very kindly sent along this review. "Hi, Mark. Wow, you were spot on. The Dorco Prime gets a solid thumbs up from me. When I first received that tuck, I had it pegged as Temu Treasure, the kind of cheap steel you buy and never touch. Then I caught your video and thought I'd let the Rockwell Prospector dig in. Glad I did. That shave was smooth, comfortable, and right there with my favorite blades. Good enough that I'll be ordering 100. And the best part is, no wax dots. I hate those things. Blades sticking to the base plate, gummy gunk to clean off the razor. These primes are clean, sharp, and ready to go. Thanks again, Mark. You struck gold with this one. Stay smooth, my friend." Colonel Mully, Jim Mullins. Hey, Colonel Mully, thank you very, very much for the great review and endorsement of the Dorco Prime razor blades. We like these a lot. I like the fact that they have this great thin feel to them. They're very smooth. They're very comfortable. Colonel Mully agrees in a big way, so much so he's going to buy 100 of them. So thanks again to Colonel Mully for his great review on Dorco Prime razor blades. Folks, we'll have a link below where you can get them on Amazon. Check them out. Thanks again, Colonel Mully, all the way from Japan. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, viewers Bill and Connie Murphy just got back from a 2-week vacation. They did some traveling. They went out to the Eisenhower Library in Santa Fe and Dodge City, that sort of thing. And Bill sent along this photograph showing some of the travel gear that he took along. He also provided links to everything you see in this picture. So you too can check out all these links. We'll have them below so you can get up there and see if any of these items fit in with your travel plans. He writes here, "I don't have the time to take individual pictures of what shaving equipment I took, but here's a list of items that I did take." And of course, refer to the photograph that we're showing you here. My favorite blades are the Persona Comfort Coat. They come in a box of 100, so I searched Etsy and found a case that holds about 7 of my favorite blades. Now, this is the Filament Works Compact Double-Edge Razor Blade Travel Case. Again, we'll have a link below. I also ordered this case for safely disposing of used blades until we return, and I can dispose of them safely at home. This is a double-edged blade travel case. It's 3D printed. We'll have that link too. Next, I looked on Etsy for a travel case for my brush that has ventilation for the brush to dry, and he found a 3D printed shaving brush travel case. Again, we'll have that link. Wow. Filament Works had some great travel ideas, and this one is my favorite. It is a folding stand for a razor and shave brush. Great item if you are planning to stay in the same place for a few days. Now, this is the DE Folding Travel Shave Stand. Again, we'll have a link. If you are a bowl latherer, here's a terrific idea. I have a collapsible pet food bowl with the nubs on the bottom, but it tends to add a lot of air to the lather because the nubs are so big. I ordered a similar bowl and some non-slip stickers that are for applying to your bathtub. I put a sticker on the bottom of the smooth pet bowl and tried making a lather. It worked great and made a perfect lather very quickly. So we'll have a link to dog bowl, pet collapsible bowl, and also to the bathtub stickers, non-slip stickers. I will be taking my timeless TI .68 razor, and it will be packed in my Kanka hard travel case. That's K-H-A-N-K-A. I believe that's pronounced Kanka or Kanka hard travel case. And we'll have a link to that below as well. I will be using Ariana and Evan's unmasked, unscented Ultima Shave Soap so I can use different aftershave scents. I will be using an atomizer with different scents. And he's got this atomizer here. It's a Texan 5-piece 8mm travel perfume atomizer that's refillable. We'll have a link to that below. Here's a tip. If you are looking for something unique for shaving, try looking in Etsy. You can find a ton of shaving ideas from vintage razors, artisan brushes, artisan soaps, and more. And speaking of unique, here is an adjustable brush. The unique thing is that you can adjust the length of the loft of the shave brush, and it comes with its own stand. This is not something I plan on purchasing, but I thought it was a really neat idea. So this comes from GL Custom Shop, a Keystone adjustable shave brush handle and stand. Have a great week. Thanks, Bill Murphy. And again, that comes from Bill and Connie Murphy, kind of a rundown of what Bill took on their recent 2-week vacation to Dodge City, Santa Fe, the Eisenhower Library, that sort of thing. And some great ideas in travel shaving gear. We'll have all those links below. Bill, thank you for all the links and the breakdown on all this wonderful travel shave gear that you found from Etsy and online. Really do appreciate it. Sure hope you enjoyed the vacation. Sounds like, I'm sure you enjoyed the vacation with all this great travel shaving gear. I'm sure it was an absolutely fantastic vacation. Bill, thanks again for all the great ideas in travel shaving gear. Again, folks, we'll have all those links below. Bill, thanks again very much. All right, here's another video highlight from the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup. And again, it concerns the Parker Adjustable Injector Razor. You'll meet Jim Nash. He also had another really neat item that he found on the PIF table. Not sure who picked it up, but Jim reveals all. Check it out. Wait. We're trying. Okay, who am I speaking to?
I'm Jim Nash.
Jim Nash.
Yep.
Okay, and what'd you find, Jim?
Actually, I've only seen these in pictures. This is actually a women's razor set.
No kidding.
Well, there's the razor.
Wow. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of North by Northwest with Cary Grant.
Yeah.
When he shaved, everybody knows that. Every wet shaver knows that movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that down on the table. Somebody needs to snag that.
So you're putting this on the PIF table.
No. It was on the table.
It was on the table.
On the table.
You're not going to take it. Oh, you're just going to leave it there.
Somebody needs to grab it.
Could you pick up that one right there for me? Yeah. And then open that up and let's show it to us. Sure. This is a Parker adjustable injector razor. Okay.
We got a second half PIF table.
Let me get over here. We're going over here. And as this was on the PIF table, that is a Parker injectable razor, an adjustable injector razor right there. That is in pretty darn good shape.
It's actually one I brought.
You brought this one?
Yeah, I brought it.
Wow. Yeah. Check that out. How does it shave?
It's a great shaver. The funny thing is, the reason I brought it is that when I hold razors, I hold it like this, and this wants you to hold it like this. And so for
Okay.
me, it was just an odd way to hold a razor.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it at all. And I thought somebody else could use
And
it.
is there like a nick on the top there?
Maybe a slight one.
It's
Oh,
like-
no. That's actually built that way.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's how they come out of the factory.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You know what? My eye is kind of drawn to that, and whereas I don't like to take things off the pit table. You know what? Let's leave it for somebody else.
We'll see if it's still there, it's yours, right?
Yeah, we'll do something like that because I don't necessarily. I'm like, ooh, Parker, I could review that, but I don't want to grab it because might be new wet shavers here that might really
Yeah,
find benefit of having
it's a great razor.
an adjustable Parker injector razor, and that was courtesy of viewer Jim Nash. Great to meet you, Jim.
So there you have it. That's how I came across the Parker adjustable injector razor. My thanks to Jim Nash for very kindly and generously setting this on the PIF table. I am surprised that no one grabbed it sooner. I really am surprised by that. And at the end of the day, most everyone had already left and they were cleaning up. It was still there on the table, and other wet shavers said, yeah, Mark, go ahead, do a review, show it on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So that's what we've done. And it really is a terrific, terrific razor. We'll have a link below where you can check it out for yourself. My thanks to Jim Nash for very kindly and generously providing this to the Ohio Wet Shave Meetup's PIF table, and a terrific, terrific razor. Jim, thanks again very, very much. Folks, we'll have a link below. Well, also at the Ohio Wet Shave Meetup, Aaron Watson introduced us to the following razor. Check it out.
We're at the PIF table. We're talking to Aaron Watson. He has a particular razor he wants to show us. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is a stainless steel AliExpress version of the Henson. And I've got the Henson Aggressive that I absolutely love. But I prefer a little bit heavier razor. So I ordered this one on a whim, and $5 with shipping. But when I took it out of the box, it might be hard to see. Zoom in. The quality on it is even bad for a $5 razor.
Yeah, $5.
Yeah, and I was not brave enough to shave with it. So,
well, neither am I.
for anybody that's braver, I thought about sending it to Barry, Texan Shaves, since he seems to be will it shave. So.
Well, you know what? Barry might be brave enough. Yeah. I don't know. Now that word is going out, I don't know if anyone's going to grab it off the PIF table. Yeah.
But overall, it's got a great weight. But the build quality
yeah. So that's a Henson clone, stainless steel, AliExpress.
Yeah, AliExpress.
$5.
$5.
Wow.
So there you have it. A stainless steel Henson clone from AliExpress for $5. I think it included shipping too, is what Aaron said. And I'm not sure who walked away with that. If it was you, if you were at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup and you happened to pick up that Henson clone, that stainless steel Henson clone, and if you've had a shave with it, please comment below, let us know, or send in a review to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. Or maybe no one picked it up and Aaron sent it along to Barry, a Texan Shaves. Would really be curious in knowing where that razor ended up and whoever the user is, what they thought of it. So if it's you, comment below and let us know, or send along a review to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. Aaron, thanks so much for introducing this razor to all the viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shaving soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shave gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.